Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for injective price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the daily chart for the bullish and bearish scenarios, we have an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the upside, finished wave A or a wave 1. We are looking at a correction here as of course a 3 waves toward the downside for a wave B or a wave 2. Continuation toward the upside impulsively for a wave C, potentially in A, B, and a C, or another wave 1, and you're looking for a 1, 2 again, meaning double 1, 2. Of course, this wave 2 has hit the 0.5 fib level as 1, 2, and looking for higher again in double 1, 2. The ABC zigzag that we have finished has also finished after it, of course, another wave B here. And that means, of course, you might have finished 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and continuation toward the upside, 5 waves for a wave C. In case in a longer bearish scenario, you are looking at a finished structure here as of course 3 waves ABC, and potentially you're looking for higher. In a longer bearish scenario, you would like to see higher prices first, of course in 3 waves ABC for a wave B, and then continuation for a wave C to finish of course a longer bearish scenario, of course as a B and a C. And as you might see, of course, this is the box of opportunity, the blue box, where we see, of course, higher prices in both case scenario, in bearish and in bullish. So, of course, it is a nice opportunity to take it from the bottom once we hit, of course, the confluence 1-to-1 fib level as expected on the lower time frame before. And basically what we are looking right now is a potential W, X, Y, X, and a Z for this final wave. It can be also a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, a finish, of course, in a kind of an impulse. And continuation, of course, for higher right now, where we are looking, of course, at this finish structure bottom, and we're looking at an impulse for higher prices. Potentially, of course, here that you might have as well an ABC. It's not necessarily that it is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And basically here you have a leading diagonal for a wave 1, definitely, in case you are impulsive. Basically, right now on Injective, we saw only the 1-to-1 fib level taken from the wave A to the B to the C. And that's why, of course, the wave C is still there. We need, of course, a 1.27 as minimum requirement for a wave 3 to call it an impulse, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. In this case scenario, we're still looking, of course, for potential bearish scenario, or yeah, maybe continuation toward the downside again. We have finished 1, 2, 3, 5. The structure as an impulse has finished without reaching the high. So we have to be careful, of course, from this scenario that we might move for lower. Now, it is not necessarily, of course, here to take the low. It is potentially you can move toward the downside again with 3 waves, after 3 waves up, 3 waves down, and then a continuation toward the upside. So basically, it's not necessarily really to take the low. Again, I believe that this, of course, impulse might hold on, and even it might unfold an extended wave 5 in this case scenario. Of course, if we see higher prices from here for a wave 5 extended, then I cannot, of course, ignore a wave 3, even if you did not reach the minimum target. At the end, the wave 4 did not interfere yet with the zone 1 and did not invalidate this impulse yet. Once we see invalidation of this impulse, therefore, of course, I can call it, of course, totally invalidated. Higher potential right now, of course, that we are moving towards the downside still. And we're looking in case for a wave 4 in an impulse, or for a wave B in of course a corrective wave, A, B, and a C. Potentially the 0.23 has been hit, so potentially now we're looking for this blue box. Yeah. Yep, so these are currently the potential scenarios: 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and continuation toward the downside. If we zoom in, as you can see, you have 3 waves by 3 ways, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So yeah, these are basically the updates for Injective. If we take a look also at a KGT on the 3-minute chart, we can see as well a nice divergence for the bullish here. We saw a move toward the upside, but it was followed directly by a downtrend here, and we see of course a choppy wave. The CVD line is moving very, very low and lower than the price even. So basically something is interesting happening right now at this minute. We created a divergence just directly by now. And this might, of course, be a signal for much higher prices. I know you're looking for very low prices, but this is a divergence here. And it might, of course, unfold as something bullish. If we take a little bit overview as well, yeah, it's moving in divergence. Your invalidation for the bearish confirms it as well. You have a bearish signal, but they are not conversions, they are in divergence, which is not allowed for the bullish here, for the bearish here. Only for the bullish scenario you would like to see divergence, but for the bearish you would like to see conversion, and this is not the case. And basically, of course, higher prices, of course, for Injective are expected, and yeah, also the MACD is suggesting as well some movement towards the upside. We can see some signals. I'm just trying to find some conversions and diversions. Well, here is one, but it's finished. Okay. Basically, yeah, it is so much sideways, and anyway, we see the consolidation, and also MACD is very sideways. So basically, I would depend, of course, in this case, only on KGT. So we see, of course, a divergence on the 3-minute chart. Now, much higher potential would be once you get another signal here. Yeah, it would be nice to see a signal, bullish signal. Once it is given, therefore, we start to move towards the upside potentially. Yep, that was it for Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.